Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of February 7th, 2021. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams. I'm Caleb Black, our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury. And it's time for part 2 of our year-in award from January 2020 to January of 2021. We are each going to give away 2 awards. Our last award ceremony was kind of a rib, kind of a joke just for us to make us laugh. These ones are going to be serious, ones that we consider to be positive contributions to wrestling throughout the year. I'll start us off with my first pick. Tag Team of the Year, I am awarding to FTR, and let me tell you why. One of the first major acquisitions from AEW, or from the WWE to AEW, leaving the WWE at a top spot tag team capacity to arrive in AEW very shortly, secure a top spot, secure the tag team titles, have a very long reign as tag team champions, and throughout that period had two of the best tag matches of the company at that time. So for that reason was FTR versus the Young Bucks and FTR versus Adam Page and Kenny Omega. So you don't get better than FTR. Yep. Dax and Cash are the tag team of the year.
This is the first nomination and first win for FTR for Pro Wrestling Throwdown's Tag Team of the Year.
Max, give us your first award.
First award goes to Call Up of the Year.
All right. Now, is this like a call up from the NXT or call up from the Indies or
from NXT,
okay,
wherever. You know, the call-ups to Raw and SmackDown.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I got to go with Matt Riddle.
That's a great call.
I hated him when they first brought him up. I love the way he's developed. I'm still not crazy about his character and the gimmick that they're running with everything. But overall, I really like what he's done, and I actually have to kind of combine that with Call Down of the Year. It's going to go to Smooth Operator.
Keith Lee.
I really hate that they put him back down. That bothered me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Call Up of the Year goes to Matt Riddle.
All right. Nice. Matt Riddle wins Call Up of the Year for the inaugural 2021 Pro Wrestling.
First nomination and first win for Matt Riddle.
That's right.
Pro Wrestling Throwdown Awards for
Call Up of the Year. Luke, take it away.
Going to go with one of the big 2.
Ooh.
Female Wrestler of the Year.
All right, let's hear it.
And the award goes to Bayley.
I don't disagree.
Reason being, Bayley won the Women's Championship at the Royal Rumble of 2020 and held it until December, being the longest reigning Women's Champion in the modern era. There's no one better to win this award for this past year than Bayley.
I don't disagree at all. First nomination and first win for Female Wrestler of the Year goes to Bayley here at Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Yep. My second one, my following award is Title Match of the Year. Now, this is reflective of all the companies, but in 2020, we didn't get to see a lot of live professional wrestling from a lot of places, so obviously the selection committee is a lot smaller.
Yes.
However, Title Match of the Year, bar none, goes to Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho. Jon Moxley taking the AEW World title. He held it for a very long time. He beat names such as Brody Lee, such as Kenny Omega, such as Chris Jericho, such as MJF, such as Adam Page. The list goes on and on and on. Moxley's reign was the majority of 2020 until he lost the belt just a few short months ago against 2 short months ago against Kenny Omega on on TNT on AEW Dynamite. So for that, Title Match of the Year goes to Jon Moxley winning the AEW title against Chris Jericho.
First nomination, first one. Maximus, what is your next award?
My next award is Champion of the Year, and you'll understand more after I say this. Goes to Bobby Lashley.
Ooh, interesting
champion. And has been absolutely dominating.
Yeah, him in the United States Championship has been...
United States, I'm sorry, I said Intercontinental.
Yeah, he's been unstoppable.
Yeah.
He really has.
And it's a career resurgence for a guy at his age and his bracket and tenure in the business. Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all.
No, not at all. Bobby Lashley has been a fucking beast.
Yeah.
All year.
Yeah. First nomination, first one.
Before I name the Wrestler of the Year, I'm going to go through real quick.
Yeah.
Get some honorable mention awards.
Yeah.
If y'all are down for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to start first honorable mention award of naming Pro Wrestling Throwdown's first inductee into our Hall of Fame being Mr. John Huber. Mr. Brody Lee should be the first inductee into the Pro Wrestling Throwdown Hall of Fame.
I don't think you're going to get any contention on that decision, and I believe that decision is unanimous.
So, Mr. Brody Lee,
welcome
first ever
to the
Pro Wrestling Throwdown Hall of Fame.
Honorable mention for legend status return of the year goes to Sting. At a period of time where legends like The Undertaker, where Goldberg, where other named Triple H were being used all year long to fill spots, Sting's resurgence to AEW, returning at his legendary status, arguably the most talked about thing in AEW right now. For that reason alone, 2021 legendary status return goes to Sting.
Maximus, do you have another one by chance?
Well, if you're going to make me.
Boy, are we!
Well, again, because I know that this is going to be different than yours, so you're going to throw it in there. And in all reality, the actual greatest wrestler of the year, the decade, the century, ever, Randy Orton.
Somehow everyone that's watching this video knew that was coming.
There's no surprise there.
Actually, I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to say RKO of the year goes to Nia Jax for last year's Royal Rumble.
Do we want to do an RKO of the year award discussion real quick? Because I feel like that could be a fun discussion.
Sure.
Well, we got to fill a little bit of time here.
Sure.
Ooh, RKO of the year.
My nomination is Nia Jax eating one in the Royal Rumble. I just think it was perfect. You know, she'd been hurting people for so long to get in the ring after beating up R-Truth and to take pretty much everyone's finisher, but that RKO was fucking sweet titties, bro. I don't give a shit.
I got to say the RKO that Randy Orton hit in the greatest match of all time.
Damn good one.
Edge for the finish.
Damn good one.
It was clean. It was decisive.
I was actually thinking
Randy Orton,
the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Also, honorable mention for that as well. Alexa Bliss.
A
couple weeks ago took a pretty RKO.
Yeah,
it's amazing how many women took really good RKOs.
Domestic abuse fucking a year. No, that's a joke. Calm down out there.
Yeah, stop it. But no, so who would win that?
I mean, I'm going to say Edge. The RKO he took at the greatest match of all time. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think we'll go with Edge on that. Cinematic match of the year goes to the Boneyard match.
I think he cried when he said that.
Oh, yeah. Bar none. Bar none.
Even though honorable mention would be the Firefly Funhouse match from WrestleMania.
Yes.
Yeah. It was all right. But I think starting that era of cinematic matches in the WWE, the Boneyard match is still... I'm probably going to watch it later today just because we're talking
Just because we just talked about it, I probably will too. I'll probably watch them both.
It's the best. All right, Matt.
Anyone else got one before we finish this up?
I think it's time to give us Wrestler of the Year.
All right, Wrestler of the Year. Pro Wrestling Throwdown's Wrestler of the Year. There was a lot of candidates in my mind.
Sure.
And because I'm the one that came up with it, it was hard for me to break it down to just one person. But when I think of the year 2020 and the way things have taken place this year, there's only one man who deserves Wrestler of the Year, and that man is Drew McIntyre.
I completely agree.
The man has took his entire career to get to the championship match at WrestleMania to wrestle in front of no one.
And has carried the company on his back.
And has taken the title and made it a championship that people want to see in an era where there are no live fans.
Yeah.
Randy Orton was eked out, and this is truth, just by about this much from Drew McIntyre, only for the fact that Randy Orton was the foil to Drew McIntyre's title reign.
I was about to say that.
And that's the only reason that I would put Drew above him is because his only job for most of this year when Edge got hurt and went out was to build the champion.
Yeah. Well, and not to mention,
he did perfectly.
Roman Reigns would be up there on that list, but he wasn't active the entire year.
Exactly.
Like Roman Reigns is arguably the top guy
Drew
in the
McIntyre
WWE right now.
went from winning the Royal Rumble last year to the main event of Mania Wrestling, not only winning the title from Brock Lesnar, turning around in the same night and beating the Big Show right afterwards for the heavyweight championship that was broadcast on Raw the very next night.
Yeah.
That's 2 championship matches back-to-back. Go all the way to his program with Randy Orton. His program what he had with Roman Reigns at Survivor Series was champion versus champion, probably one of the best matches of the whole year.
Yep. Leading in now even to his program with Sheamus. Like
beats Goldberg, Beat Goldberg, who ran roughshod over everyone he's been put in front of.
Beat Seth Rollins.
Braun
Strowman.
You can't. Drew McIntyre, Pro Wrestling Throwdown, Wrestler of 2020.
I totally agree. Guys, that is our year-end awards from January 2020 to January 2021. Let us know what you think about our award selections in the comments down below. After you've liked and subscribed, please find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com and stay tuned because we still got some videos coming your way, baby.